What's up, YouTube? YugiohTube, it's been such a long time, and I have finally made another video, and more to come. I'm telling you, I got a lot more free time to get these videos in, and very important one right here. Felt this needed to be done. $1 to $2 million worth of sports cards stolen at a Dallas card show. Okay, just if you don't care about sports cards, keep in mind you're in the same industry as the sports card industry. If you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, or even One Piece, anything like that, Dragon Ball, whatever it might be. If you look here, all of these pictures on Twitter, according to Sports Card Mayweather, let's take a look. All this stolen 4K, 13, 48, 15, 52, 52, 6. You see what's going on here, right? Just this one photo alone is probably 40, 50K. Let's look at this one. 32,500, 46,000, and $175,000. 3 Mickey Mantle cards, the original 1952 tops, stolen. And again, you can see a Willie Mays there. You see just 90K, another Mickey Mantle, 100K, another Mickey Mantle, 27.5. And you got some Jackie Robinsons and whatnot down there. You got a $90,000, looks like Tom Seaver SGC 10. And you've got all these Babe Ruth cards, 19, 23, 30K, 19K, 20K, 20K. Joe Jackson, shoeless Joe Jackson, I think, 60K on that. Yeah, all these cards stolen. All were in supposedly one Zion case. For those who don't know, a Zion case, it's just like a briefcase. And if you look here, you could see that these 4 guys here, okay, are the people involved. Okay, you see that there is a, again, this is courtesy of Daysportcards. You see the 3 circles? Those 3 circles are the 3 people distracting the dealers. Okay, you got the guy in the white, looks like the guy in the black shirt, and it looks like a guy all the way there. I don't know if it's the yellow or the other one, but one of those 2 guys is distracting. And in the one with the arrow, it's really hard to see. It's a guy that has a blue shirt on. The rumor was about this theft was the guy in the blue shirt with the arrow here. He was actually stacking chairs, and a lot of people thought he was an employee of the facility, so he was stacking chairs for a good hour while they were scoping out the situation and distracting the dealers. And, of course, the guy in the arrow, he's the one that actually went and took the case full of the millions of dollars worth of cards. Obviously, this is grand theft, grand felony. This is just to show, guys, that if you are setting up at shows, you might want to also, some great advice is to put an Apple AirTag, put some sort of tracking device inside of the cases, inside of your cases. Put a tracking device even in some slabs in, like, you know, if you have the slabs in a plastic sleeve type thing, try to sneak one of those tiles or Apple AirTags, something small inside of that, so if someone goes and kind of robs everything, you can kind of see where at least they were going. Usually there's police officers on scene, at least at these sports card shows. So if you're setting up, make sure you do protect yourself. Some people even said have cameras, have your own cameras sitting there as well near all your stuff, so that kind of can get a good clean look at the faces of these scum people. So here we go. Here is a video of it actually occurring. Remember that last shot that I showed you with the 3 circles in red, and then there was the arrow to the guy in blue in the back. Let's play it here. See the guy in the back? He's stacking a chair. You could see it, right? And then he's just looking around, stacking another chair there, right? Everybody else is doing the distracting here. Let's talk to all these dealers, and then here we go. There's the case. He's got the briefcase in his hand, and he's walking off to the side, and at that point, everyone kind of looks. Yep, everyone kind of looks and sees him, and everyone's like, okay, we're out of here. Thank you. Goodbye. So again, so basically, that they had, it was a group of 4. 3 were the distractors. 1 was the one who actually took it. It was a calculated, plan kind of thing. It wasn't like, oops, it slipped on the floor. I picked it up, I found it, and we're out of here. It was a planned thing where they had people distracting. So obviously, whatever goods, hopefully this doesn't get split. But if any goods got split, it would be split 4 different ways with those 4 people. But again, hopefully the goal is that we could, hopefully someone has any sort of insider information on where these cards went. From what I heard as well, according to this story, I heard that those four guys, the thieves, had actually been kind of lingering around the show quite often, and they had actually changed their attire, changed their shirts, shorts, pants, shoes, hats, whatever it might be, at least once during the day. So they went in, they came out, they went in again with a different type of clothing on, so that way they were less likely to be remembered by certain people that were set up at the show or just anyone in general. So yeah, this is just an absolute mess. It's actually on the Today Show now. It's on many mainstream news that they say $2 million worth of cards, folks, were actually stolen at the show. So why am I making this video if it's a depressing kind of topic? Well, you could take some good out of this depressing topic and say, if you are setting up as a dealer at a show, okay, make sure that your eyes are totally glued on all of your inventory. Make sure that if someone is talking with you, make sure that even though someone is talking with you, don't get too distracted. Make sure that you also look into collectibles insurance. That also would help potentially, depending on the insurance, even though it's a pain to get the money back from. And also make sure that you protect yourself by putting the Apple AirTags, trackers, devices. It could be in a case. It could be in a slab, like in a sleeve outside of the slab is not a bad idea, because if someone goes and takes an entire case, they're probably not just rummaging, running through, looking at each individual card. They're just taking stacks of cards probably and running away with them. So if they went and took a stack of something, it would be hard for them to kind of see really quickly that there was some sort of tracking device in it. Again, there are police officers on scene, so the faster this kind of gets seen, the faster it gets reported to the officer, and then the faster that the officer can go and actually call whoever the officer needs to call in order to get this thing hopefully resolved quicker, because the longer this goes on, the less likely these things get found. And from what I understand here as well, that the owner of the cards is offering a $70,000 reward or bounty for the missing case or any sort of lead. I guess I don't know. I'm not the owner or the previous owner of this stuff or current owner, obviously, but I don't know if it's just for a lead, the 70,000. But either way, it shouldn't be about the $70,000. It obviously should be about getting the guy his cards back. I don't know much about the guy except that the guy supposedly is a really good dude. And that actually might be him. Okay, so I guess this is the guy that had his stuff stolen. Daysportcards. And as you can see, it really got a lot of traction. Millions of dollars worth of cards. You can see on blowoutcardshere.com. Everyone was commenting on it. Some people commented, well, why would you not be watching and looking at your case of cards worth millions? True, but in reality, though, it's very difficult to keep an eye on that stuff when you got all these distractions around you. And some people are almost like, well, it served them right to be stolen from because they didn't keep an eye on the stuff. If I had all that stuff, I would have kept an eye. I mean, let's be honest, these are just trolls. I mean, the fact that someone got their stuff stolen and people aren't running to help the person is kind of crazy to me. Obviously, you want to make sure that this guy gets his cards back. I mean, this is crazy, crazy stuff. And obviously, you're hoping that those four guys get thrown in jail for the rest of their lives. That would be good, too, as well. So what do you guys think? Have you ever had a theft occur at a local, Collecticon, or at a local large show of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, Magic, non-sports stuff? I know there are stories. I heard some story about Charizard or something like that being stolen a long time ago directly from a case, which I thought was crazy. But what stories do you guys have, and what would you do if you were in this guy's shoes at this point? Would you continue to contact the authorities? Would you, I don't know. I mean, these four people have to be obviously in cahoots with each other, so you would think if you're able to catch one of them, that the one is going to kind of rat the other three out, especially when there's jail time being sentenced, right? So something to lessen maybe the jail time. Hopefully that these 4 people just get caught and that's the end of it. Obviously, those certain PSA slabs that we saw here, right? Hopefully, if anyone sees any of these slabs, they go ahead and report this to federal authorities. This is crazy stuff. $100,000 right there. I mean, this is pretty crazy stuff. All right, guys. Until next time, what do you guys think? Give me an experience, hopefully good experience, where something got restored after being stolen or something, or the thief kind of got thrown in jail. All right, until next time, hope this raised awareness. Keep an eye on your cards. Put some trackers around. Use technology to your advantage. Maybe even have some extra video cameras around your booth. Until next time, YugiohTube signing out.